Shalom and welcome to our 24th annual Feast of Unleavened Bread. This is part 81 of Preparing for Rulership.
I love you too. How do we love Yahweh? And how do we love our brothers and sisters? Praise Yahweh. What is our motto? We're all for one. And do we want for our brothers and sisters? What about soup? And anything else? Praise Yahweh. What is the duty of a Hebrew man? See, that's not just a statement. That must be a fact. In order to be blessed of Yahweh, the Creator, all Hebrew men must lead in righteousness. Not simply try to lead their woman in righteousness, but lead in righteousness, period. All that is right. Be the leader. Can you do it? Of course. What is the duty of a Hebrew man? To lead in righteousness. And what is the duty of a Hebrew woman? To walk in righteousness. And if either turns from the law, from such turn away. Praise Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. What time is it? Nation time. What makes up a nation? Family. And what makes up families? Husband, wife, and children. And if either are weak, that nation is weak. Praise Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. Who's the God of all gods? King of all kings. Yahweh. Who's the Lord of all lords. Yahweh. Who's our president? Yahweh. Who's our governor? Yahweh. Who is our mayor? Yahweh. Who's our leader? Yahweh. And who do we follow? Yahweh. And let everything that has breath praise Yahweh. What color is Yahweh? What color are all his prophets? What color is the nation of Israel? How many tribes of Israel? What is the name of the fourth tribe? Judah. And what did Yahweh choose Judah to do? To be the ruler. How long? Forever. And how long is forever? Eternity. What did Yahweh choose Judah to do? To be the ruler. How long? Forever. And who is Judah? We are. And what did Yahweh choose you to do? To be the ruler. How long? Forever. Yahweh chose who? He chose me. Yahweh chose who? He chose me. See, if you don't know that, you can't say that. What a blessing to know who you are. What a blessing to know that you are chosen by the Creator to be special and to do a special work. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Psalms 23. Psalms 23.
The Lord Yahweh is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord Yahweh forever.
You may be seated. Welcome to International Headquarters for the nation of Israel, the nation of Yahweh, the tribe of Judah. We are the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, chosen to be the rulers forever, eternally. We're special people who have been lost from the knowledge of the truth of our history, culture, language, name, and land. So I'm here to testify to you that Yahweh is the name of our God. Our God is the God of Israel, the God of the Bible. And when you come into this knowledge, it makes a difference. It makes a difference to find out that we have a nationality, that our nationality is Hebrew Israelite. That when we get ready to fill out a card and they ask our nationality, we don't say something silly like black or something silly like Negro or colored. We know who we are and we write it for the world to bear witness that we are now awake to that knowledge they took from us. We're Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is our language. Hebrew is our culture. And Israel is the name of our land. And Israel is our common last name given to us by Yahweh. What a blessing to know these things. Tonight, I'm going forth with ethics, and then you'll have life eternal. Anything else is unethical. Ethics requires you to serve Yahweh in truth, in sincerity. Praise Yahweh. I told you I'm the Word. You have to admit, that's all I'm bringing you. And I'm getting results, good results. You must fear Yahweh and serve Yahweh, no one else. Let's take a look at Luke chapter 4, verse 8. Luke 4:8. This is an education tonight on ethics. Read.
And Yahweh ben Yahweh answered and said unto him, Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God Yahweh, and him only shalt thou serve.
Yahweh only must you serve. How many of you accept that tonight? That Yahweh only you must serve. Praise Yahweh. Now let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 20. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 20. Read.
Thou shalt fear the Lord Yahweh thy God. Him shalt thou serve, and to him shalt thou cleave, and swear by his name.
Now, how can you swear by his name if you don't know it? You have to know his name. See, his name is important. And when you do your research, you find out, when you look up the name Yahweh, that Yahweh is the only name of the God of Israel. And that doesn't mean anything to you until you discover that you are Israel. Then when you discover that you are Israel, then you discover this name has been hidden from you. Then when you discover this name has been hidden from you, you have to ask some questions. Why? Why was the name Yahweh hidden from us? Then when you look at the condition of our people and see how destitute they are as a people, how destroyed our people are without the name Yahweh, then you turn around and look at us who return to Yahweh and look at the work he's doing with us, among us. Then you can see that there's something to this God Yahweh. This God Yahweh is working miracles among the dead, so-called black people of America. It's not putting on white robes that make us, it's the works that Yahweh is doing through us. And we are blessed when we practice ethics. We are blessed being ethical. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Hallelujah. That should excite your mind. You mean all of the wealth that we are accomplishing is through Yahweh and our being ethical? Yes. That's exactly what I mean. Is our purpose in serving Yahweh to get rich? No. No. We are incomplete. We're the only beings that exist in Yahweh's creation that is incomplete at birth. Human beings. All other creation carries out the law of Yahweh instinctively or through its genes and chromosomes or whatever you want to call it, by its nature, the nature in which it was created. It's functioning. It doesn't need a teacher. It just teaches itself. All but the human being. And the human being has free will to choose in most instances. In most cases, we also grow up believing whatever our parents believe. And if it's wrong, we generally come up wrong. Whatever they believe, we consider that to be right. And in America, your children are being taught not to believe in the Creator at all. Your children go to public schools, they take them from you in the public schools. Oh, I still have my children at home. Yeah, but you don't have his mind. His mind is not at home. Your child's mind is on whatever the enemy of God has set in motion. That's what your child's mind is on. And they don't listen to you. They teach them, I've heard them do it right on TV. You should have a mind of your own. And they proceed to put all the choices for your kid's mind before them, which is evil and wicked. They don't put righteous choices before your children's mind. Every choice is an evil and wicked choice. And then they tell your child, you should learn to think for yourself. And thinking for yourself is choosing all the wickedness they set before your child. So what do they say? Unethical teaching. So that your children don't learn to practice ethics. And yet the government of America has an ethics law to govern politicians. It's called ethics in government. Did you all know that? Yeah, they have a law called ethics in government. And when they don't like what a politician is doing, they bust him for being unethical. A word that all of you were taught from grade school through high school and all through college, right? No? But if you run for political office, you can go to jail for being unethical. How could you possibly go through school and don't learn ethics when you're going to jail for being unethical? That looks like everybody is jail-bound. Ethics in government, the law requires you to be ethical. And everybody in government that they want to bust, they have no trouble carrying them to jail and indicting them. Huh? Because in school, you are not trained to be ethical. How many took an ethics course in first grade? Second? Third? Fourth? Fifth? Ethics in the sixth grade? Seventh, eighth, ninth? Ethics in high school? None of you? Ethics is a freshman in college. That's where you got it. You didn't? Ethics in college, you were taught ethics. One had a course in ethics. Two had a course. Did it teach you about God? Left God out of ethics. Boy, you so turbulent, the course was unethical. Two people had a course in ethics which was unethical. That's a wild trip, isn't it? Ethics comes from God. When you leave God out of ethics, then what you're learning is unethical. And then you ask, what's wrong with America? America is unethical. That's what's wrong. America is immoral. And they guarantee that the whole government will remain unethical because you're trained to be unethical from a child. So when you run for office, you have a bunch of unethical folk running. A bunch of immoral people running for office. So when it comes to me, I say what? I support morality in office. And people look at me real strange like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, to cut the matter short, you've got to make a choice. Do you go with tradition? Or do you choose the true and the living God, Yahweh? What's your choice? Look at your dictionary as I close. This is my last statement. Look at the dictionary. Look up ethics for me. This is for those that's too lazy to go look it up. Maybe after I look it up for you, you'll go study it. What a blessing when you study ethics.
Ethics. The study of the general nature of morals and of the specific moral choices to be made by the individual in his relationship with others. The philosophy of morals, also called moral philosophy. The moral sciences as a whole, including moral philosophy and customary, civil, and religious law. The rules or standards governing the conduct of the members of a profession. Any set of moral principles or values. The moral quality of a course of action, fitness, propriety. That's it.
When you study every one of those words, that's within the definition of ethics. then you'll begin to have an idea of how priceless my message is. I brought you an ethical, moral, principled, righteous, holy, perfect, good, truthful class tonight that benefit you and your children. It's not the food that we eat that defiles us. It's what comes out of our mind. So the kind of mind I have is demonstrated by what I'm teaching you. And you, how many admit that what I have taught you tonight is truly divine? Praise God. Then my mind is divine. As I said earlier, my mind is divine. So that's all that ever comes out of my mouth. Divinity. Tree is known by fruit it bears. And I'm bearing good, moral, ethical, divine fruit from the divine tree of righteousness. That's what I'm producing. Praise God. So all who love good, then you love the message I'm bringing you, the laws of the Creator, Yahweh Himself. So this time I'm going to let you stand and bless each other and shake each other's hands, and welcome each other, and I'm going to look and enjoy you do that for a few minutes, and then I'll make my exit. Ania Ho, I love you desperately. I'm happy for all of you visiting us tonight. I see a lot of faces visiting. I welcome you. Come back and study with us.
This concludes Part 81 of Preparing for Rulership.